Now, our story time, again with motivational interviewing. We hope that these motivational interviewing sections help you to dive into the whole world of open-ended questions, affirmations, reflections, and summaries, moving people from ambivalence to change. And you can do this in a powerful way when you're doing intentional conversations about values. So here's our story about this group of James, Beth, Elisa, and Tisha. And let's listen to how they confronted their situation and created some intentional value.
So it seems like we're all feeling a bit worn out by the challenges we face in our work. Can anyone pinpoint a specific moment that stood out to them recently?
Well, there was this patient yesterday who was constantly complaining and seemed really ungrateful for everything we were doing for them.
That sounds tough. How did you feel in that moment, Tisha?
Honestly, I felt frustrated. Like, why bother putting in so much effort if it's not appreciated?
I understand. And James, have you encountered similar situations?
Yeah, plenty. It's like no matter what we do, some patients just don't seem to care.
It can be disheartening when our efforts don't seem to be recognized. Beth, how do you usually handle these kinds of situations?
I try to remind myself why I got into this profession in the first place, but it's not always easy.
That's understandable. Let me ask you all this. Have there been times when you've seen a shift in a patient's attitude based on how they were treated?
Well, yeah, I guess sometimes when I take the time to really listen to them, they seem to open up more.
That's interesting. James, any thoughts on that?
Actually, now that I think about it, there was one patient who was really resistant to treatment at first, but after a few conversations where I made an effort to connect with them, they seemed to be more receptive.
It sounds like when we invest in valuing our patients as individuals, it can have a positive impact on their experience and even their recovery. What do you all think about that?
You know, now that you mention it, I can recall a few instances where taking the time to really connect with a patient made a noticeable difference.
Yeah, I can definitely see the correlation now. It's like our attitude towards them affects how they respond to treatment.
I agree. It's like when we show that we genuinely care, it changes the dynamic entirely.
Exactly. So let's remember that as we go about our shifts. Our work isn't just about administering treatments. It's about valuing the people we serve. And when we do that, we not only make a difference in their lives, but in our own as well. Thank you all for sharing today. Let's keep striving to make that positive impact every day.